This is an absolutely ridiculous story about a stripper and her custody battle.
That is an incredible story.
I've been asked a few times to do this one now. This is Striptease. I'm Jay Harangue and I've wasted hours of my life watching terrible films.
You should subscribe.
This is Erin Grant and she's the main character.
Hi.
She used to work for the FBI, but she lost that job because of her husband Daryl's arrest record.
Isn't that terrible?
Somehow, Daryl has been awarded full custody of their daughter Angela by Judge Fingerhut.
Come again?
Yes, Fingerhut. Erin decides to take a job stripping at the Eager Beaver. Daryl, on the other hand, goes to hospitals dressed as a doctor so he can steal wheelchairs.
What?
Daryl has moved house and not given Erin his new address, so she goes to his sister's trailer and asks where he is. Neither Daryl's sister nor her creepy husband will tell her. So Erin steals their phone bill and finds out he's in a place called Deerfield Beach. When she goes to his house, there's nobody there. Back at the Eager Beaver, Shad the bouncer has a plan. He's putting a cockroach in a yogurt pot so he can sue the yogurt company.
I don't want to be a bouncer forever.
We find out that one of the regulars at the club, Jerry, is obsessed with Erin, and he's written her a letter saying he can help her get her daughter back. He's waiting outside for her after work with flowers.
I believe I can get to Judge Fingerhut. I know some things. Just give me a week.
Jerry has recognised Congressman David Dilbeck as the man who assaulted someone at the Eager Beaver the other night. And with an election coming up, he thinks he can use this information to get the congressman to pressure Judge Fingerhut into reversing his decision. This is Shad's lawyer, Alyn Mordecai, who has an office above the video store. His secretary accidentally grabs Shad's special yogurt from the fridge. This is Malcolm, Congressman Dilbeck's advisor. He's like, right, we've got a problem. There's this guy Jerry here to see you. He wants you to get Judge Fingerhut to reverse a custody decision for a stripper. Dilbeck's like, why would I do that? And he's like, because he saw you beat that guy up at the Eager Beaver. And he's like, okay then. Then we see this couple enjoying their vacation at this log cabin.
Dad! There's a floater!
And oh dear, the floater is Jerry. During Erin's court-ordered fortnightly 2-hour visit, Angela tells Erin what Dad's been doing for money. Erin's like, Daryl, have you been dressing up as a doctor so you can steal wheelchairs from hospitals?
At least I ain't naked.
She's like, if you get caught, they'll put Angela in a foster home. He's like, I won't get caught. I've got a doctor's jacket and a stethoscope.
Look like one of them dudes on ER.
She's like, I seriously doubt it, Daryl.
I don't need no stripper telling me how to behave.
As he drives off, she thinks to herself, oh no, I'm a stripper. Cut to Shad and his lawyer, Alyn. The guy Congressman Dilbeck's assaulted at the Eager Beaver is one of Alyn's clients. And Alyn thinks, with an election coming up, that he and Shad can extort the congressman for money.
Good.
That night at the Eager Beaver, someone's come to see Erin. It's the guy who found Jerry's body, Detective Al Garcia. He's like, we found photos of you all over Jerry's apartment. And she's like, yeah, he was going to help me get my daughter back.
Let me see what I can do.
The next morning, we find out that Congressman Dilbeck is in love with Erin and wants her to be his mistress.
Oh, I see.
Back at Erin's house, Detective Garcia has arrived. He tells her Judge Fingerhut is dead and that it's going to be 6 months before she gets another custody hearing.
Oh, no!
Cut to Congressman Dilbeck, who's visiting this retirement home. Alyn corners him and shows him photos of him assaulting his client at the Eager Beaver. But in the photos, he sees Erin, so decides to go around her house, look at her through binoculars, and have his assistant steal her pants from the laundromat.
Excuse me?
Oh yeah, Erin has now snatched Angela from Daryl's house and brought her to the Eager Beaver. That's nice for Angela. Congressman Dilbeck is about to speak about family values at a Young Christian campaign event.
David, oh my God.
Back at the Eager Beaver, Erin has just finished her shift.
Evening, everybody.
It's Daryl and he wants Angela back.
Drop the knife.
Suck my dick.
Whip the little fella out. What?
Not more!
So Erin calls Detective Garcia and Daryl is arrested.
Good.
At least I ain't naked.
Garcia's like, if Daryl makes bail, you'll have to give Angela back to him.
Well, that makes sense.
When she gets home, she's got a letter from Congressman Dilbeck offering her $2,000 for 1 hour of private dancing on this boat. Then she goes into Angela's room and she's like, Mommy, why do you have to dance naked? Whatever, I don't care. The next day, for some reason, her and Angela are with Detective Garcia at SeaWorld.
And why is that?
My mind is a blank.
Erin tells Garcia that she's going to do this private dance for the congressman, and he's like, okay, but pretend you know nothing about Jerry and see what you can find out. And here she is. She's brought Shad with her for protection. During the dance, Dilbeck tells her he tried to help her with her custody case. She's like, how do you know about that? And he says, sorry, I can't tell you. But if you come back tomorrow, I'll give you $5,000 and we'll discuss it further.
We'll see.
On her way out, Malcolm tells her that she's not to speak to anyone about this arrangement or Angela will be put in a foster home. So when she meets Garcia on the way back, she tells him she got no information. Garcia then comes to see Shad. It turns out his lawyer Alyn is now dead too. He's like, come on Shad, Alyn represented the guy who got assaulted in the Eager Beaver. What can you tell me about this? Shad's like, yeah, Alyn had a photo of the congressman assaulting him. Garcia then asks Shad what was up with Erin this evening, and he says it's probably her time of the month.
Right.
The next morning, we see Erin calling TV stations and newspapers to arrange an announcement on behalf of Congressman Dilbeck. That night, she's on her way back to the boat, and Daryl is following her drunk.
At least I ain't naked.
This time, Shad is staying at the Eager Beaver to watch Angela. At the boat, Dilbeck's telling Malcolm, I'm paying $5,000 tonight, so I better be getting laid. Malcolm's like, she's been talking to a homicide detective, so we're going to need to deal with her after you're finished. Daryl has managed to sneak onto the boat with a golf club. He fights with Malcolm and says he wants Angela back.
I don't have your daughter. You're confused.
But Daryl knocks him out anyway. He then goes downstairs and interrupts the dance.
At least I ain't naked.
Detective Garcia has come back to the Eager Beaver to ask where Erin is. Shad tells him she's gone back to the boat. I'm not sure why, but Garcia takes Shad, Angela, and 2 strippers with him to go rescue her. Back on the boat, Daryl is ruining the party. And Dilbeck's like, can you leave, please? I'm about to shag your wife. But she's got a gun.
Maybe not.
Somehow, Erin manages to get Dilbeck and Daryl past security and into this car. She's like, first, Daryl, you're going to sign something giving me custody of Angela. He starts to write it, but he passes out. When Garcia gets to the boat with the gang, nobody's there. But Erin has written in lipstick on the mirror that she'll be at the Belglade refinery.
Smart.
At the refinery, Erin wakes Daryl up and gets him to sign the custody agreement. He's like, that's it, no more messing about, it's time for sex.
It is.
Erin pretends to be into it, so they end up dancing. But Erin set a boombox or whatever this is to record, and the congressman reveals all his secrets. Malcolm has turned up with his security guards, and they're about to kill both Erin and the congressman. But Shad has arrived, and 3 men with guns are no match for a bouncer.
That's absurd.
Garcia comes in and he's like, you're all under arrest. Malcolm's about to summon some high-up government people to come and deal with this on his walkie-talkie. But drunk Daryl mistakes this thing for a coffee machine. He presses this button and all this sugar drops on Malcolm. This is shit.
I said no sugar.
Yeah.
At least I ain't naked.
Just who is this film targeted at?
My mind is a blank.
The first 90 minutes seemed adult only, but the last 15 can only possibly be enjoyed by very, very, very young children. This is shit.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
So Erin gets Angela, the news reporters come to interview the congressman in his pants, and the other baddies are buried up to their necks in sugar. When they get outside, somehow it's now broad daylight, and more police come to arrest Congressman Dilbeck on the back of Erin's recording. And that's the end of the film. So until next time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, and check out this other video. Thank you.